right, fight fans, here we go. Now in the cage.
Who do the best MMA athletes visit when they need to be put back together?
I see the fight doc, Doc Kessler.
Dr. Kessler is the OC Fight Doc, and he's been providing professional athletes the highest quality chiropractic care for more than 16 years.
He's the only doctor I see.
And my staff and I use only the latest technologies and techniques to treat our patients here at Kessler Family Wellness.
Dr. Kessler gets me back to doing what I love.
Contact the OC Fight Doc today at 714-258-7116 and schedule an appointment today.
All right, fight fans, now in the ring, what you've all been waiting for. Here we go. It's time for the main event of this evening. Females in the cage. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the bantamweight division, presented to you by Spar Star Promotions. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Mike Beltran. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. She is wearing white trunks trimmed in black. She is training out of Aiko Ewing in Grand Terrace, California. She weighed in 134.5 pounds. She brings to the cage an undefeated record, 1 win with no losses. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Aiko Ewing. Her opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. She is wearing black trunks trimmed in gray. She is training out of the Sweatshop Gym in Lakewood by way of Downey, California. She weighed in 134 pounds. She also brings to the cage an undefeated record, 2 wins, no losses, with 1 win coming by way of submission. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Fearless Farren Romero. All right, fans, once again, our referee in charge, Mike Beltran, to give final instructions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the OCFightDoc.com, tail of the tape.
Touch goes down.
Aiko Ewing, 29.
At the sound
Farren
of the bell,
Romero, 24 years of age. Both fighters at 5'4" inches.
All right, fans,
here
we go.
in at the
3 rounds of mixed martial
limit.
arts in the bantamweight division.
Farren Romero, 2-0 as an amateur. Aiko Ewing, only 1-0. Farren will bring a little bit more experience, but we'll see what happens once the bell rings.
All right, ladies, first round.
Yeah,
you
you
ready to
find
fight?
out soon. Records don't
You ready to
matter.
fight?
It's
Head
all
on, let's
about
go.
the fighter.
All right, we are underway. No touch of the gloves. These ladies mean business.
Nice kick by Aiko.
Romero bulldogging Ewing into the corner, into the cage here. Nice left from Ewing as she reverses position and tries to toss Romero. Romero definitely the bigger of the 2 women.
Oh, nice knee. Using that headlock
Aiko
very
Ewing
well.
looking for the guillotine. Can't seem to get her arms around Farren's large head.
She's using it to utilize those knee strikes to the thigh.
These fighters are in the same weight class, but Farren definitely has a sizable advantage in the weight department, it appears. She's just controlling Aiko Ewing against the cage.
Let's go, ladies.
Well, I
Let's
like
work
what
the finish.
Aiko's
Not
doing.
much time. Let's work.
She's using that heel. She's using a weird heel kick to really put some pressure on those legs.
Seemed to have worked because Romero gave up the clinch. Ewing now off the cage. Romero charges with nice right hand from Farren Romero. Aiko Ewing's in trouble.
Don't grab the fence. Don't grab the fence.
Aiko Ewing grabbing the fence, turning her back. Farren looking for 1 hook. But Aiko Ewing gets out of it.
She's still on top.
Farren Romero still has 1 hook in. Here comes the second.
Aiko was smart enough to use her hips to switch him and get him in full guard. Armbar attempt.
Farren Romero with her legs up, looking for the arm bar. Aiko Ewing stacking properly in defense. Putting the knee across the face of Farren Romero. Very uncomfortable position.
Nice triangle transition from that armbar.
Nice punches from the bottom. Farren Romero doing some nice damage. Stop. And that's the end of the first round. I got to give it to Farren Romero.
Well, that was an interesting first round. Interesting strikes by Aiko in the clinch against the cage. But Farrell, she was relentless. She kept coming, went for those takedowns, tried to take her back, but used her submission attempts to land some good ground and pound from the bottom.
Farren Romero so far in total control of this fight. Make sure you check out our sponsors, the Kessler Family Wellness Center. You can find them at www.ocfightdocs.com. OC Fight Docs been keeping athletes healthy for years now. The best in the business, Doc Kessler behind me. Hey, Doc, why don't you come on over here real quick? Doc Kessler going to join me for a couple seconds here as the second round gets underway. All right, Doc Kessler joining me for the second round. Aiko Ewing versus Farren Romero. Hey, Doc, you paid for this round. This one's yours. What do you think so far?
Good scrap, good scrap.
These ladies sure know how to go at it, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, now Farren Romero slowly takes to the center of the cage. Aiko Ewing tests with a leg kick. Hopefully both these fighters don't need any of your services afterwards, Doc.
Hey, I'll be there if they do.
Absolutely. Farren Romero again controlling the center of the cage. I can't believe the size difference. Both these women weighed in at the same size. Doc, noticeable difference, huh?
Yeah, she looks a little heavier, that's for sure. Not out of shape by any means, but she does look bigger.
Aiko Ewing giving as good as she gets. Right on top of us, ladies and gentlemen. Farren Romero bulldogging again. Aiko using that heel kick to the back of the knee. That's got to cause some problems, huh, Doc?
Yeah, that'll take your toll after a while.
Matthew was just talking about the effectiveness of it. She landed it a few times to the back of the knee, and Romero immediately backed off like she wanted nothing to do with that.
Well, after a while, you won't be able to stand on that leg.
Farren Romero has one hook in, looking for the second. Aiko Ewing defending very well. This fight has turned into a grappling match, as they sometimes do, Doc.
Oh.
Nice knee from Farren Romero. Aiko Ewing driving the point of the elbow into the thigh.
Same spot every time.
Work to finish. Let's go.
Now, Doc, will that cause anything more than a Charlie horse, anything more than a hematoma? Will that cause any long-term damage, those elbows to the thigh?
You know, while it's happening, the adrenaline's flowing, but she'll feel it tomorrow morning, that's for sure.
Farren Romero responds with some nice knees to the thigh, but she gets dropped by Aiko Ewing, who throws her aside. 10 seconds left in the round.
10 seconds.
Nice front kick from Aiko. Flirts with the side kick. That's the end of the round. Doc, now while we have a second, tell us a little bit about Kessler Family Wellness Center.
We're located in Tustin, and chiropractic, physical therapy, medical doctors, orthopedists. We're pretty much a one-stop shop. All of us are very skilled and been treating not just fighters but the general public for many years. I happen to have my niche in MMA because I've been involved in it for 20 years. When I first started, most of these guys that I was treating back then are now own their own gyms. They're coaches, they're managers, they're promoters, and that's just kind of how the Fight Doc came about.
Now, one of the things everybody that's listening at home has to realize is Doc Kessler and the Kessler Family Wellness Center, they don't only treat the UFC guys.
Yes,
they treat
please.
amateurs. They treat guys who have not made it to the big screen. They're trying to keep these guys healthy so they can become the next champions. And if it's not for guys like for you, Doc Kessler, we really appreciate everything you do. We can't thank you enough for keeping all the fighters healthy, and I implore everybody listening, if you're in Tustin, there is no better solution than the Kessler Family Wellness Center.
Yes.
Doc Kessler, thank you very much for dropping in.
Come check us out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. All right, 2 minutes left on the OC Fight Doc clock. I'm joined once again by my partner, Matthew Spencer. Matthew, how do you have the fight so far?
It's weird to call.
It's definitely a weird fight to call.
Farren's had some good positions, but
Oh, this might be it, folks.
Oh.
Farren Romero has Aiko
it's
Ewing
like
flattened
under.
out. Grapevines, both hooks in.
I don't know. I'm coming to believe in Aiko a little bit. It's hard to finish her.
Both
She's been
hands
able
on
to
the
shake her
mat. She's
off.
not defending the choke. And
Oh,
that's the
she's
end of
out.
the fight. Farren Romero moves on in the bantamweight tournament.
That's the way to finish. She finally got her back. After 2 rounds of attempting, she finally got her back in a good position. Was able to sink that choke in. Aiko was game. She fought her off. She fought it all the way in.
Very entertaining fights between two very talented young ladies. Neither one of them has to hold. Aiko Ewing could hold her head high. Like we were saying right before the end of the fight, it was a weird fight to score. Aiko had her moments. So did Farren Romero. Farren, of course, removed all doubt, took it out of the judge's hands, cinching in the choke. And that's the end of the fight, Matthew.
Yes, sir. That's the way you got to finish.
All right, you're going to have to excuse me. I got to go interview this lady.
Yes, sir. Have fun.
We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Matthew Spencer. Matthew, take it away.
All right, as he makes his way to the cage, we've had a nice, exciting night of fights tonight. So we'd like to thank you all for joining in.
Spar Star Promotions returns right here at the Hollywood Park Casino on November 29th. Make sure you come out to see a great evening of MMA, a special Thanksgiving edition. Ladies and gentlemen, at 36 seconds of round number 3, referee in charge Mike Beltran stops the contest due to a tap out from a rear naked choke. Our winner, she is still undefeated. The blue corner, fearless Farren Romero. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, from the ClinchReport.com, Jonathan King.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Aiko Ewing. She gave her heart out there. Great fight. Excellent, excellent fight. Yeah, keep your head high, young lady. All right, I am here with your winner, Farren Romero. Excellent fight. Good job tonight, young lady.
Thank you.
Fighting out of Sweatshop MMA, what does it mean? What does this win mean to you?
I've been waiting for this chance for quite a while. Like, I've been really pushing to get fights. I haven't had the opportunity to. So once this one came around, I was like, okay.
Coming into the bout, did you notice that you had a size advantage over Aiko? Did you think that you were going to be able to bully her in the cage?
I didn't, because personally, she looked a lot bigger, like one-on-one. So I was like, oh, this is a pretty good matchup, like size-wise. But
You did an excellent job keeping her pressed against the cage. Of course, in the 3rd round, you finished it with the choke. Was the whole idea to bring the fight to the ground, bring it where you were comfortable?
not necessarily. I kind of just see where it goes. I knew she was a stand-up, so like I'll stand up as long as I can. If it goes to the ground, then it goes to the ground.
All right, now this was originally supposed to be a bantamweight tournament. You're the winner of the first fight. Unfortunately, the second fight fell off because of injury. It happens in MMA. But I'm pretty much, you guys might agree, I'm pretty much calling her the #1 contender right now. Spar Star's #1 contender for the Bantamweight Championship. Put your hands together for Farren Romero.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a reminder, Spar Star Promotions returns right here November 29th for a special Thanksgiving edition at the Hollywood Park Casino. We hope to see you all here. On behalf of Tony Padilla, the Spar Star family, and the Hollywood Park, I'm Jim Fitzgerald, reminding you to buckle up and to drive home safely. Hope to see you all here on November 29th, a special Thanksgiving edition of Spar Star MMA.